So we're talking about Meek Mill. We're talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Last night, going into this morning, they have some type of a back and forth, different from the ones that they normally have. Normally, they're talking back and forth on social media. This time, Tekashi and Meek Mill talking back and forth. No, not on records, with their cell phones and security standing in between them. So they're seen yelling at each other as entourage members try to get between them. Both rappers accuse the other rapper of having police with them, and the whole thing is caught on social media, obviously by the rappers, by the security, by other people, all of that. So Meek says that Tekashi waited for him outside of the club. So I guess Tekashi rolled up on him, right? Y'all talking about Tekashi like he a punk and he rolled up on Meek. It wasn't like that, but kind of sort of, right? So he says he waited outside a restaurant and then popped up with the cops. We could see the guys that he was with. They didn't look like police to me. Okay. They didn't look like police to me. I ain't never seen no police officers look like those gentlemen. But anyway, he says he showed up with the cops and tried to line me up to go to jail. I didn't think that Tekashi had that much power over Meek Mill, right? I don't even like how Meek Mill is even involved with Tekashi. Meek Mill is on a whole level above Tekashi. I don't even know why he even allows himself to get the Tekashi stink on him, right? Tekashi's from Brooklyn. Meek is from Philly. We already know that. You know that Tekashi served less than 2 years for some racketeering. He cooperated. He testified during this trial involving guys linked to the 9 Trey Bloods. So he gets out after serving a little bit of time. And instead of keeping a low profile or keeping it under wraps or kind of denying the level of cooperation, Tekashi wears it like a badge of honor. And he tries to say, people did stuff to me. I did something back to them. Other people snitched or cooperated, blah, 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 blah. So this feud comes up because different folks said that, he's a rat, and Meek Mill is somebody who said that. There are others that he's gone back and forth with. And so, when he came home, Tekashi came home, Meek calls him all kind of rats on Twitter, and they have this back and forth, right? And he said Snoop testified, and it's Snoop and him having a back and forth. And there's other guys who testified according to Tekashi, or some type of cooperation. And Tekashi, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, goes back and forth. He drops an album. The album doesn't do what he wanted to do. Pretty much, they kind of shut him out. Whether it was the digital service provider, digital service streaming networks, or whether it's other rappers, whether it's promoters, whether it's radio shows, the album didn't do what he wanted it to do. So he kind of fell back. Now he has changed up his looks. The hair is not rainbow no more. He's switching it up. And I guess he's preparing for another run. And Meek Mill and him have this back and forth. All right, so let me say this first. I like Meek Mill's music. I like Meek Mill. Sometimes I think that he gives time to stuff that I don't even think is worthy of his time. Meek is from Philly. I'm from Baltimore. Philly is just so similar. I mean, I understand our dirt bike culture is the same. Like, I really understand, and I really vibe with Meek. I wish that he would not get wrapped up in petty foolishness like this. I'd much rather this had been a song. I mean, it just looks crazy with them yelling and screaming back and forth and holding up their phones, and it's kind of weird. Now, Tekashi, let's go to Tekashi. Why are rappers, people in the hip hop community, black people, Spanish people, more so black people, why are they more angry? Why do they have more hatred in their heart, apparently, for Tekashi than they do somebody like George Zimmerman or the idiot that killed George Floyd, right? Some of these people, they deserve this energy. Okay, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he ratted on some folks that he was rolling with, whatever. He shouldn't have did it, or per the street code, and I get that, right? But why are we wasting all this extra energy on him? You want to run up on somebody, run up on the person that killed Trayvon Martin, right? Run up on that one. Run up on some of these other people. I mean, this rapper who snitched on some people that you don't even know. Like, we give too much energy to it, right? It gives too much energy to it. To me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the rapper who hung with some gang members who snitched on them after they did some stuff to him and he did some stuff to them. Maybe he deserves more energy than these cops killing unarmed black people. Maybe I'm crazy, right? But I would much rather see that energy pushed towards some real villains in society. And Tekashi ain't no villain. It's just he clearly showed he's not a villain, right? He ain't even worth the time. But this long simmering beef between Meek and Tekashi, it hasn't produced any music, right? What are we really getting out of it? They ain't gonna get in the ring and fight, right? How are they benefiting from? Some likes on social media? For real? So anyway, in a parking lot, so it would have been cool if there was no security and they just had a one-on-one for about 30 seconds, right? But they are squaring off in a parking lot in Atlanta. Both rappers posting the footage, but it wasn't really no fight. Somebody didn't get snuffed. Nothing happened. It's just a whole bunch of you pussy. Yeah, they filmed each other from different vantage points, so we get all of these different angles of the video, like the Zapruder film with JFK. We get it was coming from this angle, and now it's coming from this angle, and what here's from the ground, and this is security's perspective, and in one clip, Meek is repeatedly cussing him out, trying to agitate him, and then 6ix9ine is accusing Meek of having cops with him, and you got cops to be. You trying to get me locked up. You trying to get me locked up. And just why are we talking about jail, right? Why are we talking about jail, right? And shout out Conway. So Conway says like wrestling. I mean, wrestling is choreographed. Are you saying that this was choreographed, Conway? Are you saying that they set this up to? If they set this up, that's even worse. Like they could have even set up something to look halfway decent. You know what I mean? It's not halfway decent. That was okay. Conway says that's his friend cussing him out. Okay. It was just crazy. It was a whole lot of talking and not a lot of action, right? We'd all been in late night club where some things are jumping off. It ain't that much talking, right? It ain't usually that much talking, but one clip, like I said, Meek is saying something, and I don't understand. There was something that that Meek posted, and Meek saying we did not run into each other. I was getting in my car and he just popped out. We almost was smoking on that 6ix9ine pack for the love of a viral moment. He trying to get something locked up. No cap. Okay. I mean, okay. So on video, does it look like 6ix9ine's running up on Meek Mill? Does it look like he's running up on Meek Mill? I mean, I've had issues. When the Horseman was running, we had issues with different people, and it wasn't all this talking. It just would happen. You know what I mean? But and I've seen real tough people have situations, and it don't look like this. Okay, it don't look like this. And so I don't know. The two have been feuding, as I said, and I don't understand. But let's also keep in mind this: Tekashi is 24 years old. He's a kid. Why is Meek wasting time with this kid that nobody's paying attention to Tekashi's music, right? Meek is the one that has the successful career. It's just like he's fighting down to this level, right? So I don't know. So what did he? Okay, so Tekashi says, "Who is this? Is this? I want to apologize to my fans because you know what? It wasn't worth it. If there's a street code and something called no loyalty and snitching and all of that, I get it. But where was the loyalty when you were sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you were caught on wiretap trying to kill me? Where's the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty when you stole millions of dollars? Blah, blah, blah. Of course, you know that is Tekashi talking. Okay, all right. So I don't know. So he is who is that? Jim? Meek says that I hope that the rat going live to apologize to the people he told on or the victim or on the victim blah 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 blah. So that's some of the stuff that they were going back and forth about. And so we'll see what else. Conway says that this felt. Conway, what does it say? Conway is saying that this shit felt like it because 6ix9ine trying to drop 2 new songs. Are you checking for Tekashi's music? Are you going to be spinning Tekashi's music on your show? Are you going to be playing Tekashi's music? Does this stunt help Tekashi 6ix9ine at all? I would say no. What else? Facts. If this was the docs, the video would have been stopped quick. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Conway is talking about a spot in Baltimore, well, a former spot in Baltimore called the Paradox. Yes, if this was at the Paradox, it would have been that phone would have fell and it would have been stomping, and you know what I mean. It wouldn't have been all of that. Security would not have been able to keep that away. And these kids are dangerous. So when we talk about these kids are dangerous, you talking about Tekashi's dangerous because he's the kid. He's 24. Meek is a grown man. Okay, Meek is a grown man, and I wish that they would either fight and get it over with, or make some songs about each other, or just ignore each other. Because I don't even think they're gonna fight and get over with because both of them have some probation or parole to back up. So neither one of them can do any kind of fighting. That's not what they're doing. So we're not going to see no fight. I don't think we're going to see any music either, for the most part. So there goes that. But definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section.